little drive here in the East Tennessee, out here in the mountains, having ourselves a real good time, seeing what we, we got problems. Damn. I guess we better find some help. Gotta find some help out here for the locals. Woo-woo! Woo-woo! Woo!
Right here, woo, right here. Y'all gonna need some help over here?
Done broke down, fellas.
It's Saturday.
Mechanic don't come in till Monday.
Guess you're stuck with us.
Little Saturday fun sounds good to me. Let's do it. Woo-woo!
What's going on, guys? Thanks for checking out Black Diamond Guns and Gear. I'm Josh.
And I'm Josh.
Today we have the IWI Masada, and we're gonna go check it out at the range with a couple of friends, see what we think about it.
Alright guys, so like we said earlier, this is the Masada, brand new from IWI. We literally just got this gun to review from our buddy Johnny at 182nd Ideas. We got a mag full of hodgepodge ammo, anything from critical duty to HSTs, 115, 145, everything. Every kind of velocity that you can think of out of a handgun, we're going to run it through this handgun. So here we go. Guys, we're out here at the range with our good buddy Johnny with the IWI Masada, and he's going to run us through a couple of specs of this pistol.
All right, the IWI came out, the Masada came out just a few weeks ago, and it was released here in the United States after about a year and a half of people just talking about it. And you'd heard about it, and I know Josh, other Josh behind the camera, he's heard about it as well. First, before I walk you through the features, why were you so excited about this, Josh?
It's new. It's something innovative. The neat thing about it is there's nothing like it on the market. I mean, there is, but not really, not for the price point that you get this pistol.
And that's the point where people down in the comment section are going to jump in and they're going to start typing and tell you there's lots on the market like it, but at a much higher price point. This one's coming in, the minimum advertised price, I believe, is in the $420 range, and that's a lot of value, and here's why. Now, on the slide, it's already cut, both in the rear and in the front for all of you John Wick press checkers. And then also it's got a place in here for the MOS. So if you've got, I don't know all the different brands and you may know, but I know it can take the RMR and a couple other ones, and it's already cut. It's got 3 different back straps. And I know I'm sounding like a shield, but it's a lot of features for this price point. I don't work for IWI, but I did get one of the early ones. And I also got a pre-production model that had a different frame. So I've got the pre-production frame. This one is the production frame. It's got the trigger dongle just like the Glock. And it's got a rail up here. Sights, you know, people have been talking about the sights. There's nothing on the market right now to put on aftermarket sights, but they are either steel or aluminum, so it's a 3-dot sight system. And again, that price point is really, really incredible. So Josh, what do you think for maybe, let's say $450, is there a lot of value there?
Yes, most definitely. Not only that, but to me it caters to both shooters, either left hand or right hand, because it's definitely ambi on both the slide release and on the mag release.
Takedown is really, really similar to a Glock, and there's a lot of comparisons between this. Now, you're gonna hear people say it compares to the Glock 17. I think it's a little closer to the 19, but it's kind of cool to talk about the comparisons. And now, as far as at the range, you've been shooting it, you've worked through several mags so far. First impressions from you?
I like it, to be honest with you. It actually has an amazing stock trigger. Hands down, a very sweet shooting pistol. I would buy it.
I think it looks good. I think the reports that are coming back from folks is that it is super reliable. I know that one of the early releases that came in the United States, they got 30,000 rounds through it without any failures. Opie had a failure a few minutes ago on this one. It's the first one through this one that I've actually seen. But overall, it's pretty cool. I'm excited about it. If you have a comment, leave it right down below. And the winner, the best comment, wins a free Barrett 50 caliber.
We just got back from the range. We put a lot of rounds through this pistol, and to be honest with you, we really liked it.
Guys, this is the first time I've ever actually held this thing, actually put some rounds through it. It's really not bad. It's pretty good for the price point that it is.
What we didn't have at the range, y'all did not get to see in the other footage that we just showed. You didn't get to see the box that it comes with. What it comes with is a really, really small, flimsy cardboard box. Now, I know a lot of folks don't care about boxes. Josh, how much do you care about package?
I really don't.
I don't see it the next time out until put it near the safe.
Well, it's very flimsy. It also comes with 3 different back straps. Now, I've not got to play with the back straps, and we talked about changing them out at the range. We never did it. It comes with 2 steel magazines. Both of the magazines are manufactured in Italy, which means they're probably Metgar magazines, the best in the business, but we don't know that for sure. It also comes with a whole package of things and little parts and plates to be able to add your RMR sight on there. So, 2 steel magazines, 3 different back straps, all for a price somewhere in the mid 400s. Now, you both spent a ton of time at the range, and we were actually a little bit late leaving the range because both of these jack wagons were firing away mag after mag.
It does happen sometimes, every now and then.
Your overall, you said you liked it.
Yeah, I actually...
And you're okay at the price point.
Yes, I tremendously enjoyed this pistol. I think for the price point and the pistol that you get, it is absolutely a bargain.
I think it's really weird. I think it's a mix between a Glock 17, Glock 19 kind of deal. It's not really, I can't really compare it to either one. To me, it's a little bit of both. But as far as how it feels to me like an M&P. That's exactly how it feels to me.
Several people said that at the range, had an M&P feel to it. Also has a little bit of a Glock feel, especially with that trigger dongle.
Yeah.
I don't think we're even having this conversation if this thing wasn't 450. If this thing was coming in, because the original Masada a year ago in 18 was going to be 650 to 675. We're not even having this conversation at 675. I think the reason we're having this, that it's a lot of value, is because of that price point.
I don't think that I would actually go and even think about picking it up if it was $600, $600 or whatever, close. But, you know, the new Glocks out are, what, 550, 559, something like that?
And they don't have any of these features. So we're not trying to sell you on it, but it is a lot of features, and I don't think you can talk about this without saying, hey, there's already the slide cut. My personal Glock Gen 519, I had to send the slide to Florida to get everything cut the way that I wanted. This one's already cut, so that's kind of cool.
You can get it MOS, but that's going to cost you, what, $100 more? So it's already there.
Now, I think the big challenge and the reason that I'm maybe a little bit reticent to give a huge, huge thumbs up. So far, thumbs up from me, and I think both of these guys say the same.
For the price point, you cannot beat this firearm.
Can't beat it. But it's brand new to market. This one's been on the market, I think, 12 days. And we don't have enough data in from all of y'all who have taken it to the range and done multi-thousands of rounds.
I will say that we had Opie and the Smokies at the range with us, and he actually was firing it too, and he actually did have a misfire.
And we talked about that. He did have a misfire. He came back at the end and he said, hey, I did that. He realized that he was holding, I don't know if y'all heard that, he was holding up so high, he was locking the slide. Once he brought his thumbs down, he said it ran totally fine. So he says he takes that one misfire back. But that's one person on one gun, and that's not a lot of data. Josh, how many rounds do you want to see go through a gun before you really feel confident in it?
At least 2,000. That's my personal opinion. At least 2,000.
I'd agree with that.
Ever since we've heard about this pistol, 2018 SHOT Show, I've been very intrigued by it. So once we found out that they were actually hitting the market this year, I said, we got to check it out.
We love IWI stuff. So we were very, very interested in seeing this gun and getting our hands on.
One thing we didn't talk about is that the pistol is, I think modular is the right word. The fire control group does come out of it just like a SIG P320.
Sure.
And the fire control group actually has the serial number. So the frame itself is just a piece of plastic and it's not serialized. We'll see down the road if anybody else offers aftermarket frames, maybe in aluminum or steel. That would be really cool. Right now, there's no aftermarket triggers. We've talked at the range, there's no aftermarket sights. So I'm really excited about seeing if there's going to be aftermarket products. Now, Hidden Hybrid Holsters, they do have 2 of these I saw on their Instagram. And, you know, full disclosure, I work with Hidden Hybrid Holsters. These guys have a good relationship with them. We're not trying to sell the company, but we do have a good relationship.
Right.
But I do know they are going to be offering a holster, I think, next week. So maybe by the time this is out, the holsters will be out. So that's kind of cool. But the point is, we're going to see how many third-party companies offer peripherals for this firearm. I think it's going to fly. Like, if I would have to predict, I don't think it's the Glock killer, but I do think you're going to hear more from this, and I do think it's going to find its place in the industry.
The thing about this is that they're doing stuff that SIG is trying to do, and SIG's at a price point that's way higher than they are. You know, Glock is not doing this. They're not doing the modular system. So that you got to take in with the price of this gun.
Oh, let's talk about negatives. We had a concern that there's not a lot of rounds down range. Any negatives from today?
To be honest with you, lack of... There's not a lot of people out there that has actually put out a lot of data. That's the only negative that I see with the handgun. Other than that, I completely like it.
For me, with the ergonomics, and I had the same situation as Opie, and I know y'all probably can't see that, but my thumbs are way up high on the slide. When I get a hold of it, it doesn't lock back for me because my grip is too high. That's not a major thing. That's really me. I need to practice with it. Also, the mag release it doesn't stick out this side far enough for me, and so I've really got to get up in there. And I've heard several guys say that they don't like the mag release.
Yeah.
At this point, I think we're nitpicking for negatives.
Yeah.
What do you got?
That's about the same for me. As far as ergonomics and everything, it feels great in my hand, and I know a lot of people say that that's bullshit and you don't have to worry about it. You know, it feels good to me. If something feels good to you, you're gonna want to shoot it more. You're gonna want to take it to the range and play with it. So it feels great. It shoots fine. I think that the sights on it right now are actually really high. I don't dig that. I think that the more lower to the slide itself is better off for me. So that's a negative for me. But that's about it.
Yeah, and I think a little bit we're nitpicking. Again, it's a brand new, and I think we did a really good first out-of-the-box test today. Like, I was really comfortable with how much we shot it.
Yeah.
We didn't get any red dots on it. We really probably needed to do that, and we didn't try any flashlights on it or weapon lights. And so that's kind of important. Now, some of y'all may see online that, and you can see here that the frame here is at a 90-degree angle, and that is the production model. Now, when you look at folks that have been releasing content over the last couple weeks, there's the trigger guard right here is going to be at an angle, and a significant angle, like 45 degrees. Now, those are pre-production models, and I have one of those. But this one is the actual production. The reason they had to firm that up a little bit was for the American market lights. Now, full disclosure, I've not tried any lights on here. So, good first test. We didn't try out any different back straps. But for folks out there that are looking, I think, for a lot of different features, that's really cool. But I'm with Josh that it's just kind of cool to have a different brand gun that's not a Glock or a Smith & Wesson.
I like the modular system. I think that's really cool, and the fact that they're doing that for that price point is okay in my book.
Well, I'm good. I'm very sweaty. If y'all can't tell, we're having ourselves a really sweaty day, and it's summertime in the South. God bless the South. We love it, but it is hot. And so that's what I have to say about it. Again, thanks for having me, and we'll see where this is a year from now. But as of right now, my prediction is going to fly. Josh, predictions?
It's going to fly.
I think it's going to be a whirlwind of people buying these.
It's going to be a Glock killer.
No, I don't know.
It's done. Glock is done. Write it down. Josh and Josh said that Glock is going out of business because of the Masada. That's what y'all said. Not exactly.
I'm not sure about that.
Yeah. Guys, if this is your first time watching the channel, Johnny's not always here all the time, but you should always hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, all that stuff, so you know when we're going live, when we put up new content. If you want to support us directly, you can go to the links in the description. Go to patreon.com/blackdiamondgunsgear.
Guys, if you also want to support the channel, you can go to uslawshield.com, sign up and use promo code BDGG. That helps out the channel.
Also, we're giving away a Barrett 50 caliber on this channal, so just leave a comment. Free Barrett for everybody.
No.
Promise.
Guys, stay vigilant.
Stay safe.
Stay alive. And I'll give you a high five here.
We have to touch. Kind of sweaty.
Go check out IWI.